Howdy, friends. Lisa and Randy here.
Hey, with over 100 trips to Cancun, you want to stay with us throughout this video. We're going to give you a step-by-step guide on how to get through the Cancun Airport stress-free, and we're going to tell you about all the hidden gems that are in the Cancun Airport,
Including customs and baggage claim.
Let's talk about the restrooms.
There's 2 restrooms outside of immigration in the baggage area. And one of them is really close and one of them is really far. But let me tell you, it's worth it to make the hike to the one that's all the way at the other end. I think it's like gate 10, something like that. You don't want to go to the one right outside because there's always a line. There's not very many stalls in there. And as you see in the video,
once you get off the plane, you figure out whether you're going to the bathroom or you're not going to the bathroom, then you're going to go to immigration. Immigration can be very hectic at times. It just depends on how many planes land at the same time you land.
yeah.
How many immigration officers they have working to know how many counters they got open, and whether or not the new e-gates are working properly.
Those can kind of get complicated.
They can get very complicated. And here's the big thing. You must be 18 years or older to go through the e-gate. So if you got kids, don't even think about it.
So far, every time we've gone through them, they've had to come help us get our passport to work. Because you slide your passport in, and then the first gate opens, and you're kind of like in a trough.
You're in a glass-contained booth. And then you got to look at a camera. And here's a biggie, guys, and tall women. What I have figured out, they don't have that camera adjusted for Americans. They got to, because if you're 6 foot or taller, that camera's not going to pick you up. And then they're going to pull you out of that enclosed glass compartment, and then they're going to make you go through and make you go to a regular counter.
It happened to him.
It happened to me, and that's how I noticed. The one thing I noticed, everybody that was in line with me was 6 foot or taller.
Oh, wow.
So that tells me that the cameras aren't adjusted for tall people. And it kind of looks funny if you kind of squinch down there. You know?
If all the other lines are really full, it's a good option still.
Yes, most definitely. Now,
if you're looking for a specific brand of alcohol, the duty-free shop is right outside of immigration, and it's a great spot to grab a bottle that you might want to take to the resort, or you might want to partake in the ride on the way to the resort.
You might want a nip or two on the way to the hotel.
Some resorts, depending on which one you're staying at, may not have the brand of alcohol you like. So it might be safe to grab a bottle while you're there.
Once you get out of immigration, now you're going to go to the baggage carousel. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, once you get your baggage and you're heading towards customs.
Yeah, that's where they check your bag or don't check your bag.
What you want to do, here's a little tip. Wait for a big crowd of people and then just kind of fill in with that big crowd of people, and that will cut down your chances of getting caught and being inspected.
But this guy, let me tell you the things that will definitely get you inspected. Having a long beard and looking kind of different a lot of times can get you stopped. Having an odd-shaped bag or package, a hat case,
or a golf club bag.
Yeah, which most people don't know what it is. Or having a lot of luggage and you're only staying for a few days.
Here's another thing. They're looking for if you're a smoker or if you dip or chew tobacco, because they're going to tax you on if you have more than what is considered approved allotment for cigarettes, chewing tobacco, snuff, those types of things. They also ask you if you're bringing any alcohol in with you. And
if you got it from the duty free,
you'll
good.
just show them the duty free tag in the bag that you got, and you're good. But if you brought some with you, if you have more than what's allowed, they're going to tax you on that as well.
So you want to get through without getting stopped and getting all your bags checked.
Now, once you clear customs, that's where the fun begins.
You go through those double, triple glass doors, and you come out near the rental car area. And the rental car windows are all there. You turn to the right, and you're going to walk through.
Have you ever seen, those of you that were part of a sorority or a fraternity, where everybody would line up with the paddles and you had to run through and you had to take your licks as you went through? Well, that's kind of like going through the Cancun Airport there. You got to go through the timeshare people. They don't have paddles, but they do have clipboards.
And they are pretty assertive. They want to talk to you. They want to get your attention. You get you to look at them and start talking to them. And really, they want to try to sell you a timeshare. They'll tell you that they're there to sell tours, or they'll tell you that they're there to get you a ride. But, their goal is to get you to go see a property.
So, if you're not interested in a timeshare, which I would suggest you not be, truck it on through. Don't even just say, no gracias, no gracias, no gracias, and just keep on rolling.
Once you get through the doors that take you to the outside, you're home free.
That's right. Well, except for now, you got to go through all the taxi guys. Because, taxi, 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 taxi,
Yeah.
taxi,
Well,
taxi.
let us tell you a little bit about taxis from the airport.
They're expensive.
They are.
Prearrange your transportation. Get a travel advisor and let them take care of it.
Yeah.
Taxis are expensive. Uber in Cancun, no way. You don't want to do that.
Yeah. There are options, lots of options, and we have our preferred vendor that we work with, who's Lomas Travel, and they are very trusted, and we've been using them for years.
They've been in business going on 40 years, and I'm going to tell you, they've got beer in there. We can make sure you have beer in your vehicle. We can make sure you got champagne. We can make sure you got tequila, cold water, snacks, anything you want. We can take care of that.
But there's other vendors that also sell transportation as well. And there's some hotels that have their own transportation. So there are a few options, but wouldn't take a taxi. So now you've gotten into Cancun, you've enjoyed your vacation, and now you're headed back to the airport. We're going to tell you the things that we do on the way back.
Now, it's required by the airport and the airlines for you to arrive at the airport 3 hours before your flight.
Okay.
So depending upon where your hotel is, if it's a 20-minute drive, they're going to pick you up at 3 hours and 30 minutes early. If it's a hour ride, they're going to pick you up 4 hours before. But they're going to get you to the airport 3 hours before.
Yeah. So
Gate assignment and timing.
you've got a lot of time in the airport.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you a couple of our favorites.
Yeah, well, you've got time to spend in the airport. And the one thing about it is they don't post the gates up on the signs until 30 minutes before the flight takes off. So you can't just go sit at your gate.
If you're lucky.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's 15 minutes before.
Yeah. So you can't just go sit at the gate. They're rolling planes in and out of there fast.
But there's a lot of places where you can go just sit, chill, and relax.
But our favorite is
We like Guy Fieri's.
Guy Fieri's.
And we love the trash can nachos.
Yeah, we love those.
Those are good.
Yeah, that's a treat for us.
And if you like a good burger, they got a really good burger, especially the macaroni and cheese burger. Now, if you want a little seafood, go. Now, this is Terminal 2. If you want to go over there and you want to hit Bubba Gump's.
Okay.
And you want to get the mac shrimp cheese. Lots of good options. Wolfgang Puck's counter kitchen is a great place. A lot of good options.
Yeah. There's also a private lounge that you can pay to go into and sit and wait and have food and beverage and all that kind of stuff. But that's out at the check-in counter. It's before you get through security. Yeah.
Right. If you get there real early and you want to do that, that's fine. But I would not take a chance, me personally. I don't know why that lounge is out there. It should be inside the secure area because I'm not going to take a chance on not being able to get through security if it backs up.
Yeah. Security's pretty tough sometimes. A couple other things we want you to know about the terminal is once you get through security and you get to where the gates are, there's all kinds of shopping. There's if you need souvenirs, and you can't find what you're looking for when you're at your resort or whatever, there are tons of options in the airport.
And another duty free. They make you walk right through the duty free.
Yep, duty free. Also, last minute meds. A lot of people buy medications in Mexico. So there are 2 pharmacies in Terminal 2 where we're talking about.
Correct. Little kiosk.
Yeah, little kiosk. So you want to make sure that if you need your prescription drugs, you get them there.
That's it.
All right. We hope these tips make your Cancun experience smooth and stress-free. Don't forget to check our other travel guides for more helpful advice. Safe travels, and we'll see you in paradise.
And check out this video over here.
Don't forget to subscribe.